There's no personality cult in the EFF. No cults, right?
Yeah.
Cults, you find people even print photos of their leader and put in their walls and print T-shirts of the organizations with their leaders. Have you ever seen an EFF T-shirt with the face?
I've seen a billboard say "Son of the Soil."
In terms of elections, that is relevant.
Yeah.
Because he is the one who's going to appear on a ballot paper.
Sure.
But we have never reproduced material as the EFF that says that this is the leader, we pray in front of the commander-in-chief and everything else there. It happens elsewhere, not in the economic freedom fighters. There's no cult of leadership.
So there's no worry at all about a possible cult. The matter has never arisen in a proper debate inside.
There's no cult, none whatsoever in the economic freedom fighters. And even the minor issues the minor areas where we use the image of the president, there's no any other political party that doesn't do that in South Africa.
Sure.
My fellow fighters and the people of South Africa, as you guys have heard Mr. Floyd Shivambu, Karl Marx of Mahonisa, tell you live that the EFF is not a cult. The EFF is not a cult. He gave you a scientific breakdown of why he believes the EFF is not a cult. So what I want us to do now, guys, is to go online and actually ask, what is a cult? Because it seems like many of the people in South Africa don't know what makes a cult. So let's go online and actually interrogate. Maybe we're going to get some deeper understanding, because there seem to be confusion with these slogans and these terms. So let's just ask online and get superior wisdom and superior scientific knowledge. So there's the meaning of a cult. What is a cult? A cult is a group of people who follow a leader or set of beliefs that are often seen as extreme, unorthodox, and outside mainstream society. Cults can vary widely in their teachings, but they usually share some key characteristics. So cults are different. There's different cults. I believe there's political cults. I believe there's religious cults. I believe cults are all over the place, So like this thing is saying, cults can differ, can vary, but they share similar characteristics. So these are the characteristics. Key features of a cult. Number 1, charismatic leader. The group often revolves around a single leader who is seen as having special powers, wisdom, or divine authority. Members may obey this leader without question. That's crazy. So Floyd is saying the EFF is a cult. So who in the EFF is busy out here worshipping Julius Malema? And don't confuse us giving credit to Julius Malema and proving you guys certain things you say about him by telling you and exposing your lies and telling you guys Julius Malema is none of that. He's actually a good guy. But praising him and seeing him as a superior leader who has divine powers and you can't question him. Between the political parties Floyd has been in, one being MK Party and one being EFF, which political party praises and worships the leader, even when they're giving speeches in parliament, the speeches are based on the leader. That's for you to make your judgment. Number 2, control and manipulation. The group often controls many parts of a member's life, including who they talk to, what they can read, and how they spend their time and money. Members may be pressured, guilt-tripped, or even emotionally abused to stay in the party. I've never heard the EFF beg anyone to stay in the party or guilt-trip its members to stay in the party. But one thing the EFF will tell you is that once you leave, you can never come back. Once you leave, you can never come back. So I don't know if that is a form of guilt-tripping or what. So, control and manipulation. Sometimes they control you, how you spend your money, what you wear, who you talk to. That's another meaning of a cult. Let's go to number 3. Isolation from the outside world. Cults often tell members that outsiders like family, friends, media, or society are dangerous or evil. These cult members opt from alternative views or support. EFF leadership is always out there doing media. They invite them to the media. They speak in the media. Floyd Shivambu himself, when he used to be in the EFF, he used to speak in the media, speak and defend the party, speak and stand for the party. He was allowed the opportunity to go out there. People are given an opportunity in the EFF to go out there, speak to the media. There's no isolating anyone. But there is a system. Not just anyone should be going around speaking on behalf of the party, because there's a constitution and a centralized democracy where they elected leadership. So not just Nomubani will be going out there speaking on behalf of the party, like the MK party. You saw a lot of people on Twitter speaking for the party. Like, okay, all of you guys are speaking for the party, but you're saying different things. You're not even saying things that stand in unity with the party. So I'm just saying, based on that, I don't think the EFF is isolating anyone. We are still on the cult. Okay, there's number 4. Us versus them mentality. Cults often teach that they alone have the truth and everyone else is wrong, lost, or bad. They may believe the end of the world is near and only they will be saved. I think this one is talking about religious cults. I don't think this has anything to do with politics. I think this has to do with more of the spiritual, religious cult, because it's speaking about, I believe, the truth about God, and then it's speaking about they the only ones who can be saved because they are part of that cult. I don't think this has to do with politics. So like this thing said, cults can vary. So this option, maybe they cater more to the religious side of cult than politics. Let's go to number 5. Financial or physical exploitation. Hey, MK party people, I want you guys to listen to this, because this is crazy. Members may be expected to donate large amounts of money, work for free, or give up their possessions. In extreme cases, cults can be dangerous or abusive, physically, sexually, and psychologically. Excuse me. So the reason why I said MK party, listen to this, is because remember, in the MK party, the members of parliament in the MK party, they has to pledge their loyalty to President Jacob Zuma by donating a certain amount of money to his account. But I'm not saying MK party is a cult, and I'm not saying the EFF is a cult, because Karl Marx of Mahonisi himself told you the EFF is not a cult. If you don't believe me, there's Karl Marx here telling you.
There's no personality cult in the EFF. No cults, right?
Yeah.
Cults, you find people even print photos of their leader and put in their walls and print t-shirts of the organizations with their leaders. Have you ever seen an EFF t-shirt with the face?
I've seen a billboard say "Son of the Soil."
In terms of elections, that is relevant.
Yeah.
Because he is the one who's going to appear on a ballot paper.
Sure.
But we have never reproduced material as the EFF that says that this is the leader, we pray in front of the commander-in-chief and everything else there. It happens elsewhere, not in the economic freedom fighters. There's no cult of leadership.
So there's no worry at all about a possible cult. The matter has never arisen in a proper debate inside.
There's no cult, none whatsoever, in the economic freedom fighters. And even the minor issues the minor areas where we use the image of the president